run it up.
So what the hell do we have going on here? I mean, it's Bizarro World. You got Trump arresting Don Lemon, but leaving the PDF files alone. And you have secret recordings of Erika Kirk celebrating Charlie's funeral as if it was like Tyson versus Holyfield fight. I mean, this is insane. What? I mean, are people not seeing this or just us? I don't understand. Let's take a listen.
Okay. Somehow or another, Candace Owens, maybe she explained it on her show. I have no idea, but she got her hands on a secret audio recording from a Zoom call in which Erika Kirk was talking about the event of the century. The event of the century, you say? Was that like one of the last TPUSA events that Charlie Kirk held? Was that like the last AmFest when Charlie Kirk was still here, you're wondering? Was that some big campaign rally that they held for Donald Trump? The event of the century! Erika Kirk couldn't stop talking about all the money they made, how many people were watching in this event of the century, how many t-shirts and hats they sold. Oh, by the way, keep in mind, to everyone who donated to TPUSA, you still don't have your hats. You only have the little red Kabbalah rubber band bracelets, okay? So, the event of the century, what is Erika Kirk referring to? Her husband's funeral procession. Now look, I've never had a significant other.
Okay, I don't want to hear the stupid, ugly argument when they say people grieve differently. Shut up. I mean, if cops were to like use that logic, everyone would get away with murder. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the wife, she's having sex with another man. Oh, she's having a threesome. And it's like, but people grieve differently. Bull, what are you talking about? You have to go about how they're grieving because you won't have any other clues, at least not right away, to know if you should even look that direction. So don't give me, people grieve differently. Shut up. They don't celebrate with pyrotechnics. It's not just that, like the way she acted. It's the way she looks. That dumb, ugly ass, too many teeth in her smile. And like all of it, it's all shit. Firing people? Why? They work 80-hour weeks. Since Charlie died, she's firing people because she thinks there might be a mole. If you're doing good, honest work, God's work, there's no mole. I mean, you don't have to worry about a mole unless you don't want to get caught lying about doing God's work.
And I'll pass away. God forbid, God willing, that never happens to me. And, at I guess, an early point in life, so I can't say that I know how I would respond.
I can. If I died horrific death and my wife was doing this shit, I'd come back and haunt the shit out of her every day. I wouldn't even let her make breakfast up, like, bro, scaring her. I'd be furious.
At a time like that. But I do know for certain that I would not be calling the funeral of my significant other if something horrific like that happened, God forbid, that I would be calling it the event of a century. Come on. The event of the century. Can you believe how much money? Can you believe how much money we made that is in the official narrative regarding the assassination of Charlie Kirk? How bad and evil everyone is because they're making hundreds of dollars. In some cases, thousands of dollars talking about Charlie Kirk and how they believe the official FBI narrative from Kash Patel is not actually adding up. Take a listen.
Come after me. Call me names. I don't care.
We do.
Call me what you want.
We do.
Go down that rabbit hole.
We already did.
Whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family,
my bread
Charlie
and butter
family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No, you don't have to say it.
I have to say
I hate Harrison Faulkner now.
TPUSA has raked in $250 million since Charlie Kirk was unalive.
And they're checking cushions for change.
$250 million, but she is condemning those who are making hundreds and in some cases thousands of dollars talking about how they don't believe the FBI narrative regarding her husband's death. Just like people didn't believe the FBI narrative. Stop. Sorry, that was the wrong clip. My bad. No, here's actually the real clip. No, not that one.
The next one,
not
maybe.
Not that one either. I think it's this one. Okay, so This one is the real Erika Kirk one. No. Look, you guys.
That one I saw.
Find all of this a bit weird. Shame on you. You're the problem here, okay? I just want you to remember that. No. Here is the real audio recording of Erika Kirk behind the scenes in a Zoom call meeting with the other TPUSA employees talking about the event of the century, her husband's funeral.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emojis.
Perk your ears.
Things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin.
She's just like super happy, you know. It's like she's just like really happy.
Like she just won an election.
The little emojis that pop up on a Zoom call, she just can't.
No, she seems like she just won not an election, a position of power. Maybe something like CEO. That could be the one. She can't hold it in. Like she's trying hard not to like celebrate Charlie's death.
Stop laughing. I don't know. If I was going on a Zoom call, first of all, I'd be depressed. I'd be like, fuck, I gotta be on a Zoom call right now. You know, especially at the start of the Zoom call when you know you have like 30 minutes to an hour ahead of you to talk to someone. It's like, fuck, anything but this. The emojis. Oh, my husband's funeral, the emojis.
The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century.
I think she's talking about the murder.
It's insane.
That pulling off.
We had over 275,000 people.
I know. He's going to say it was geolocated, which means they're spying on people. And Trump's the one leading the charge. That's why I did a 180. If you guys ever see my videos, I used to like Trump. Actually, I started doing videos because I hated Trump after what he did, but I was a huge fan up until a few months ago with the Epstein thing. But yeah. Yep.
And the stadium, overflow, Westgate.
I can't believe we got away with the murder. No, I mean, the event, the funeral.
Was it 100 million?
Now, I mean, I don't know how many times I have to. It's because I'm shocked, honestly. It's because I'm shocked. It's like I just never thought I would ever hear anyone in my life describe their husband's funeral as the event of a century and then go on to boast about how many people were there. Little bit weird. You guys, we just pulled off. Wait, did she say that? Did she say we pulled off, or am I making that up?
Oh,
am I putting that on her?
You know, I think the problem with Candace, what she did wrong was she treated her she treated Erica in the beginning of her investigation as if she was like on a pedestal, she should have been looking at Erica from the get-go. That's what cops do. They don't shy away from the most person that could have the most to hurt or most to lose. That's where she messed up. She kept doing an investigation without Erica being in the equation. And that just wasted all this time and shit. And I said that in her comments to her. I said, you know, eventually this is going to lead to you having to go against her. That's where this is the only way this could logically go next. And she waited too long to do it because she was trying to be emotional about it when she shouldn't have. And she screwed her own investigation up. We could have had this shit a long time ago, maybe even more fresh. You don't want to wait months and months to investigate a crime.
Sorry, Erica Franzfi, am I putting that on you?
I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we
pulled it off, you guys. It's like it was all a big plan. She did say it. She did say
we're able to pull off an event of a century.
We were able to pull it off. How did we do it? We pulled it off. All a big plan. All a big plan. That was
when she said they pulled it off. Erica, you didn't do anything. You didn't do any of the decorating. You didn't do any of the planning. You didn't do, what did you do? You just went out there in your pyrotechnics? I mean, stop saying we. I hate when people say we when it has nothing to do with them.
Pulled off by a big club, and you're not in it. We pulled off the biggest scam on the fucking planet.
It's just insane.
Who says we pulled off a funeral? We pulled off the event of the century, my husband's funeral.
Had over 200 and stadium, overflow, Westgate. Insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? You guys that heard the gospel and all about Charlie and all about everything that you guys do and the hard work of Turning Point USA is insane. We had thousands that were registered to vote. I think we're at over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps bumping up like crazy.
What an animal.
She said it. The merch sales, you guys. 200,000 on merch sales. It just keeps bumping up like crazy. I know my husband is dead. And I know it's, we just had his funeral. But I can't stop checking my phone about the fucking merch sales, you guys. I checked the hats. I checked the shirts. I checked the coffee mugs, the stickers. Wow, 200,000. I'm refreshing.
But you know what the problem is? Here's how you know that it's not just Erica that's evil in this whole situation. Because think about it. She's telling other people this on a Zoom call, not worried that they're recording it and it might be leaked one day. Because she probably was talking to people who had the same feelings as her about this. Which means they probably are in on it too. I mean, it has to be something. I mean, I can't get that out of my head. Seeing Charlie when he like his body just stopped. Like, oh man, you could just see the life like come out of his body with that bullet. And I don't understand how she doesn't wake up in cold sweat or something. I'm not a great person. I'm not trying to say that, but at least I'm good enough to know that, hey, like, I don't know. I guess if she don't feel it, is it her fault? I don't know how this works. You know what I mean? Like something's obviously not good in her brain. So who knows?
Probably that's actually why Erica Kirk continued to do this weird media tour and continue to have all of these big whoopsies in the media, because she actually wasn't following anything that anyone was saying online. She was probably just like looking at her merch sales the entire time and just shocked at how much money she was making, as she recounts with her team about how they pulled off the event of the century. She was completely oblivious to what everyone was saying.
I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team.
What about the pastor?
Their incredible work.
The coffin salesman, something.
And honestly, a lot of the staff that worked on the memorial, they had 20-hour days for a week during the time of us grieving the loss of my husband. And honestly,
she never says Charlie.
Grieving the loss of your husband. I'm sorry. You are looking at your phone about all the money you're making. You're staging a takeover of this organization. You apparently found some time to raise $250 million, and you were on a media tour. I don't really know how much grieving was actually going on. You were on a media tour, raised $250 million.
Well, guys, the reason she wanted to get right into being a CEO instead of taking time off, to be there for her kids, is because she knew the money flow would be coming in. And not only that, here's what you gotta understand about Erica. She's not a talented person. She's just not. I mean, she tried everything, acting. She tried reality shows. She tried, being in writing, all this type of stuff she's tried, and she's always failed. Secret agent, whatever that stupid video she was doing, talking about with old farts about EMPs. It's like she's not a talented person. I guarantee the one thing she's ever succeeded in is that Miss Arizona, but I guarantee Trump rigged that election because he owned it. So it's, you know what I mean? Like, this is the only time she could be special is if her husband had to die. And that's what I truly believe. And I honestly do believe that like she jumped right into this to man, because she didn't want all that money to come, that expected cash flow that she knew was going to come in. She wanted to be around for that. I'll shut up for a while now.
You can't get off your damn phone about how much money you're making, apparently. What?
Okay. Anyway, that's enough on this story, but what I want to also talk about is everything that we're being disgusted with this day and age. It's all coming from the right. Like none of us ever thought that voting for Trump, this is what we do, the nature of the country right now. And look at this next story I'm about to put up. And it's kind of crazy because Trump arrested Don Lemon. Whether he deserved it or not, like, that's a small fish. I don't understand. Like, asshole, you had people who did some horrific things, on that one special island. Why are you arresting Don Lemon anyways? I mean, if you had to pick, he'd be last in line. And I'm going to pull it up right now and tell me what you think.
Breaking overnight, our good friend and independent journalist, Don Lemon, was arrested in Los Angeles while he was covering the Grammys. The New York Times reports federal agents arrest Don Lemon over Minnesota church protests. The former CNN anchor has said he was not demonstrating, but reporting as a journalist during the interruption of a service inside a St. Paul church earlier this month. Don Lemon's statement is as follows. Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Don has been a journalist for 30 years, and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he has always done. The First Amendment exists to protect journalists, whose role it is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. There is no more important time for people like Don to be doing this work instead of investigating the federal agents who killed 2 peaceful Minnesota protesters. The Trump DOJ is devoting its time, attention, and resources to this arrest, and that is the real indictment of wrongdoing in this case.
Okay, so she's kind of saying that too. I don't like this woman, by the way. I can't stand her. She's like the part on the left where there's, you can't mend fences or, meet halfway. That's why I don't like her or Kyle Kalinske and stuff, because they are the puppet pawns that they accuse MAGA cultists of being, because they go to the extreme like idiots, and they haven't figured out that we have to be on the same wavelength, left and right, for anything to change. But they make a lot of money being the whiny bitches. But anyways, it's true though, because like, I know, Don Lemon should be arrested, but no, not before many other people that should be arrested. I mean, think about this. Trump's too much of a coward to go after the big dogs. So he goes after Letitia James. He's going after, Comey. I mean, they deserve it, I guess, because they did lie and do shit, and Don Lemon, you don't see what's happening. He doesn't want to do the real problem, arrest the real guys who should be in jail. I mean, how can you ignore all those PDF files and then go after Don Lemon? I mean, especially like with this contentious ICE thing going on, to me, I think you should follow the law. And no, you shouldn't be hurting people for protesting, because we didn't like that when they did to them on J6. So, but the point is this, like, Trump's doing this, trying to make fools out of you guys, us, me, you. Oh, you got Don Lemon. What the fuck's going to change with Don Lemon? Oh, dude, you can take what he's going to say. Stupid. Take lemons and make lemonade. Oh, he's such a dork. He's not even funny. He was funny when we thought he was on our side. Now he's just an 80-year-old immature buffoon. But the point is this, like, what is your life going to get better from Don Lemon being arrested? Is yours, mine? No, nobody's life's going to get better for this. It would be better if you got the globalist fools who keep putting shit in our skies and chemicals in our food, the ones that go to islands and hurt with a bunch of PDF files. Those are the things that you should make an arrest for. That's what's going to change the world. But Trump's not doing that. He's doing all this pointless, basic bullshit, like fake attempts. He's trying to look like he's doing a lot when he's not doing anything. That lazy orange Rorschach. Think about it. I mean, Department of War. Oh, that means he did a lot, right? No, he just changed the name. The same thing with every stupid thing he does. Oh, the big, beautiful bill. What's so big and beautiful about it? The budget? Again, it's all. So, the Kennedy Center, Donald J. Trump and Kennedy Center. You fucking asshole. Nobody cares. The ballroom. These are all things that look like he's changing things. You know what I mean? Gulf of America instead of Gulf of Mexico. All these name changes are for people who are sleazy and they want to try to get away with something. And that's what he's doing. He's trying to fool everybody. All right, enough of me. Let's keep going.
Precedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand. Don will fight these charges vigorously and thoroughly in court. A personal note. This is clearly selective prosecution. The gal that really has a bee in her bonnet over Don Lemon was apparently tweeting all weekend, and people on Twitter were saying, "Are you drunk? What's wrong with you?" These are very unserious people that are very intimidated by the truth.
Freedoms this administration has taken, and it is right now, Don Lemon, freedom of the press. Are you kidding me? It is not shocking. It is not surprising. It is appalling. And it is just one more block that we are losing in constitutionally protected rights because this man is a fascist.
All right. So what have the Democrats been up to? What have they been up to? You remember Chuckles I showed you where he's like, Kristi Noem and Stephen Miller are fucking liars. Yeah. We won't fund DHS. Well, Chuckles folds like a cheap suit because Democrats are not meeting this moment. Put up the
don't worry, neither are Republicans.
CNN, Chuck Schumer's office says a bipartisan deal has been reached to extend funding until September 30th for agents.
Chuck Schumer is a fucking loser. Yeah, I don't blame him. If you're mad at the people you look up to do good things, I guess you'll get mad.
He's under 5 bills and passed a 2-week stopgap for DHS to give time for negotiations over ICE. Raquel posts, Chuck Schumer is a fucking loser. And I 100% agree with her. Right now, the words bipartisan should not come out of the Democrats' mouth because there is no bipartisan support for fascists that arrest journalists.
Okay, and this is the part I was telling you guys about a few seconds ago. That these are the ones like her, Cal Clinton, these are the channels that are too far. And they think they're so enlightened and they're so smart and they know everything. But what they're doing right here is them falling right in line with the globalist agenda. I mean, think about it. If you're saying there's no meeting with the right, then you're going back to what's been screwing us this whole time. So she's not any smarter than any blue-haired, fat, overweight girl from the left. You know what I mean? It's just anger. Like, so now you've seen those nurses, right? 1 second. Anyways, I'm sure you've seen those videos of nurses who are telling other nurses and everyone to start hurting patients with, or go to ICE protests with syringes filled with saline or succinylol. I forgot what it's called. It's a paralyzing agent. Anyways. And they're just going, oh, why? Because they're mad about non-citizens being deported. The thing is the irony though, because it's not even about that part, but you are mad, like the worst case scenario for these immigrants is they get deported back to where they came from. It's not that horrible. No one's killing them. But these people are saying, you're disgusting. How could you send these people back when they came here illegally? Going crazy and shit. And it's like, wait a minute though. Now they're talking about they want to unalive a lot of people now. The ICE agents, people who's for immigration, they're talking about using syringes to hurt people. So you're so mad that your non-countrymen are going to be sent back to their country after they kind of snuck in, you know? So mad because of that outcome, but you're not mad about hurting your own, actually wanting to unalive your own citizen, your own countrymen. I mean, think about the irony. Hey, you grounded my kid, so I'm going to go kill or unalive yours? And that's like the same logic. It's really like ridiculous and embarrassing. These people are here, these two old hags, they're not the future. We need different left and right come together. The middle. We need the middle.
And kill protesters. Period. It's that simple. It is that simple. There is no bipartisan support for fascists that arrest journalists and kill protesters. Period. It's that simple. It is that simple to say to the electorate and to the American people. No, there is no bipartisanship because we will not cooperate with a fascist Nazi regime.
Okay, again, like, what are you talking about, you old hag? I mean, did they break the law, yes or no? They did. Maybe, okay, if they're being sent back for that, that's the law. What are you going to do? But again, this whole fascist, and where was this old hag and this? Oh God, look at this one on the right too. She's even so haggier. Anyways, where were they when the left was doing this to the people on the right? They were doing the same shit, arresting them, sending them to prison. I mean, these people are hypocrites, but they got to keep the tension going because they make too much money. That's the problem. These fools right here, these old hags, they get views because they're controversial. And people on the left need somewhere to go to feel this, to fulfill that hate meter of theirs. And these women are perfect for it. And they get big money and big views, and it becomes an addiction, worse than drugs.
It kills citizens, and then 2 seconds later calls those citizens terrorists, when the terrorists is Stephen Miller, Christina, and these masked cowards and these ICE agents. And what are the Democrats doing right now? Patty cake with fascists. It just makes me crazy. And Senatorial candidate Graham Plattner points out something. Pop this up. New House Dem speak. House Dem leader at Representative Jeffries just told me in his news conference that he wants a ban on deportation of U.S. citizens as part of a deal on DHS conduct and the immigration crackdown. There already is a ban on deporting U.S. citizens. So they're negotiating something that already exists. Graham Plattner says,
fake effort.
Why are we negotiating over things that are already illegal and banned by the Constitution.
Yes, it's called fake effort to make you think they're on it when they don't really give a shit. I mean, I get it. Look, I never was a fan of like Ro Khanna, but he showed some balls, and I learned to respect him after he went after those Epstein files with Thomas Massey. So he deserves to be heard. Let's see what he's got to say.
We need to be on the streets. We need to be with the people who are standing up for justice and our freedoms. What happened was absolutely horrific in Minneapolis. Not just the fact that Alex Pretty was shot in cold blood and killed by ICE agents, but also the fact that that entire city is under siege. I went and I talked to a lot of the residents there, third and fourth generation Minnesotans. Right?
Okay. And then Kylie, go back up now and play the second video. Trump asked last night after the Democrats.
We want to keep our country safe. We'll do whatever we can to keep our country safe.
So, yeah, pulling back?
No, not at all.
Look,
no, not at all.
Look, I don't think, how do I explain this? I really don't buy what Trump's doing. Like, he's not doing this because he made promises to his voters. We did want deportation, of course. How could you not? We need a functioning country. We need to be able to sustain ourselves, and it's not going to happen, especially with AI coming over. But the problem is this: why is he doing it then? I don't know. My guess is he just wants. Maybe they're close to being a red state or something. He wants to get all those legals out so they don't mess up with the census, because gerrymandering and stuff like that. But there's something else. I'll never look at Trump and think he's doing anything for us anymore. I mean, I used to think that, but no. I thought he wanted a legacy of doing great things for us and leaving the country for his grandkids and stuff to be, very good, a good future. But no, I'm not on that Trump train anymore. I don't. I mean, that's why I listen to these people now. Even I listen to secular talk too, because I want to hear both sides, because I must have been blind. I didn't see this about Trump. I think he made a deal with the deep state in the second term. That's what's going on. But he has no shame of it. He lied to everybody. He lied to all of us. He made promises he didn't give a fuck about keeping them. But, making deals. The only time he got involved with Gaza, you're telling me to restructure the land, to build infrastructure, something they're not even going to be able to enjoy for the billionaires. It's going to be a billionaires retreat for data centers, all that shit. So he's not doing this for us. I'm guessing it has something to do with Paul. Maybe somehow it benefits someone rich. That's it. So guys, anyways, you just keep your, I don't know what to say anymore, because we already said this last time. Oh, vote for Trump, do this, do that, and save the country. But look what happened. I can't give advice anymore, 'cause I don't know. I doubt myself. Anyway, so it doesn't make sense. And, the whole hypocrisy about you can't have guns at protests, when technically that's the law, you're allowed to. Honestly, the left, right, there's no difference. Honestly, two rights make a left. So that's the way I see it. We all end up in the same spot. And ever since Charlie, it's been 10 times worse since Charlie passed away, or was unalive. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I guess all you can do is keep trying. With Erica, Turning Point, this is insane. Take care. Like and share if you like what you heard. And to keep me going, because I'm new. So, thank you.